Start recording is now on, and then start share screen is now on. Alright, can you guys see my screen? Yeah, I just cut it all off, bro. I had to. Can you guys see my screen? You guys see my screen? Yes? Cool, say no more. Why do you think I cut it, bro, to look like that? Alright, let me hop on. Give me like 2-3 months, I'm gonna have my long hair back, don't worry. Alright, so coming into the first day of the month, right? The protocol on the first day of the month, which is going to happen next week, Friday, by the way, or Thursday, I don't know which day it is, but next week it's going to be the 1st of August. When it comes to the first week of the month, right, you want to be comfortable, and by that you want to check the high time frame, etc. First day of the week, all of that. Now, this isn't the first day of the week, it's the first day of the month. So, and it's Wednesday the 1st, and for some reason it wants to be FOMC, 10 a.m. news, all that stuff. So I don't recommend trading this day, but we'll look for something, right? So going for the high time frame, first of all, what do we see, right? So overall, the conditions are we were going higher slowly, and then eventually dumped again. You know, obviously this is way too far back. We're looking at right now. What have we done? I guess we just tapped some area, rebalanced upwards, displaced past this BISI after respecting it first, bang, dumped through it. So to me, that's pretty bearish, but I want to see what price does at this low, and then from there we can see what price wants to do, right? That's a pretty good, nice strong liquidity for today. I know it's external. We might be bullish today, so just overall, like whenever you look at the market, just don't overcomplicate things, So yeah, you can clearly see a nice bearish trend, pretty self-explanatory. So we have 10 a.m. news today, so we have to be very, very careful. We dumped a lot before open, by the way. Well, actually, no, New York dumped a lot. Yeah, oh my days, low key, what the bomber clock? Like, a lot of 500 points the day prior. Okay, the day before went crazy. The last day of April went crazy. So that's one thing to bear in mind. We moved a lot of points. Whenever you move at least 300 points or 400 points the day before, the next day tends to be slower and choppier. So having that, plus the fact there's FOMC as well today, is recommended not to trade today, but we'll see what price does, right? So there's market open. This is currently now 38. So we're going to go to 40, and we're going to let price move. In the meantime, we're going to look at the bias. So right now, currently, you can clearly see ES dumped after a couple chops. So you can clearly tell, right? I don't know why it's not opening candles. Like, you can clearly tell we're very slow today. We barely need 40 points here. So I recommend not trading this, but if we can look for a sell. So going over the 15 minute, that's what time frame I like to use. We're going higher clearly, so maybe we'll go for these little highs here. Yeah, we could probably, because we rebalanced here, display slower, and now we're trying to go high again. So we might be bullish today, just for a little, what the flip? Just for a little rebalance higher, right? But at the end of the day, this isn't looking really too good. So let's just skip through. Like, I won't even enter a trade if there's nothing here. So let's just wait. I mean, let's wait for micro. So right now we just came into this area. We rebalanced higher. We saw rebalance to go higher. We're expecting the 15-minute gap, which is a pretty nice gap. But these gaps tend to not hold. Low key, they tend to not hold. But we'll see if it holds. So right now, I think what you should do in this case scenario, wait to see if this BISI holds. And I want to see displacement of these wick highs for us to continue here, right? So price can move as much as it wants. I want to see price displace up there. We can go out longs from there. So let's just wait. I think entering longs now, it's a pretty good shout. You could do something like this. But then again, it's a riskier trade. And I wouldn't really recommend doing that just because we have nothing to really work with other than price wanting to go higher right now. So just wait for price. Wait for 45. It's important because we can still be bearish, right? Days, my thing's not working. Alright, yeah. To let price move. I mean, ES is going lower, so that's a sign that price might be bearish. So we have no manipulation. We just have a weird SMT at 38. A weird one. Right now we're just topping though. So, like I said, wait for this 15-minute fair value to get respected. And it's not getting respected. You can clearly see there's 7 seconds left. It's not getting respected. So at this point, right, I think it's best just to be bearish now just because the 15-minute SIBI is not getting respected. So what I'm going to do, I'm waiting for candle close. Bang. So the candle's closed. And this is what price is doing right now. To me, this BISI is not holding. So at most, I want to see price, slowly go higher and reject, and we can dump lower and to target this wick low. That would be pretty nice draw. So let's see what price does. It did exactly that. But too fast for me. So what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to enter the shorts now. Enter twice, my bad. This is a bit premature, low key. But I think this is nice, mainly because it's a low prob day. I'm only risking a mini. You can do stop loss there is pretty big. It's pretty big. I'm gonna do it. If the trade's valid, I'm gonna do it there. And I'm going to target, you can target this wick low if you want, but low key I'm going to target this. But this is a pretty poor trade, not going to lie. It's a pretty poor trade. But I want to see if this works. This may not work, mainly because we have no manipulation. We just have price wants to go lower because the 15-minute BC got disrespected. It's a nice one-to-one though. So let's see what price does. And then wait for candle close. One sec, let me fix my Discord. It's bugging out all the time. Right, so this is why you want to wait for candle close. Let's see what price does though. Oh, why is it lagging? Why? Please stop lagging, bro, please. Okay, we got stopped there. So, no, we didn't. No, we didn't. We didn't get stopped there. We did not get stopped there. We did not get stopped there, by the way. We did not get stopped there. Let's see if price moves high. I mean, clearly don't want to enter in these chops. But the reason why I'm doing this is because price just wants to go lower eventually. But we can't obviously like predict that. It's more just a case of just if we didn't get stopped there, our stop was valid. I mean, you can clearly see it was above. We'll see if price hits our TP. I mean, overall we've got the narrative right. I think the problem is you want to get a good entry here. You're just chopping about. So honestly, this trade is horrible. I probably want to hit stop loss. Let it hit stop loss. Nope, doesn't want to hit stop loss again. Can you hit stop loss, bro? Like, these are the days you want to avoid. So this is why you avoid FMC days, because you can clearly see, right? This is a pure example of not wanting to be in this trade. Like, what can you even enter off it? You can enter shorts and have a stop loss up there and just target accordingly. But, like, you don't want to be in this trade, bro. And clearly, like, this is the reason why. Like, it'll probably hit, even though we got edged twice. Yeah, so low-key it hit, even though our stop loss got edged twice. I think a valid stop loss is above the high. It low-key hit, but look, you can just tell, right? You understand where price is going, but you have no basis. You have no like manipulation. You have no SMT. You just have nothing to work with other than price disrespecting Abyssy. So you ultimately know where price is going. Like, majority of the time in these type of case scenarios, you know where price is going. It's just don't want to get stopped out. You don't want to trade chops. Low-key, my trade was fine. I think if I just wait for candle close, I would have got a better entry. And low-key, when I have a stop loss up there. And then you can target accordingly. Just that low, and if you want to be really crazy, target that low. But just in these, you want to avoid these days mostly, not gonna lie. Because look what happens. Like, I mean, okay, no, that's 10 a.m. news. I forgot about 10 a.m. news. So we did get in and out, but I mean, 10 a.m. news was okay. That's one thing I need to talk about. 1 second. All right, so whenever there's 10 a.m. news, if we ever do things like this, just wait for it. Honestly, just wait for it. I forgot about 10 a.m. news. If there's anything like this, it's just best to wait for it because you want to see some manip. And if 10 a.m. news does nothing either, just call the day off, bro. Honestly, just call the day off. Yes, the shorts worked eventually. Like, you can clearly see it work, but it's just very low prob. You can clearly see from these wicks on the 5 minute. Look at the 5 minute. It's horrible. But yeah, low key, I mean, it's just best to wait for 10 a.m. Not really. Like, I almost got stopped out twice there, but it's fine. So yeah, overall, in FMC days, especially if the day prior was really, really slow, just avoid it, bro. Just honestly, have a day off. Just have a day off and just, like, make your life simple and easy. Yeah, skip. Just literally just skip. Yeah? Any questions though? We don't want to trade next week FMC. You can look for something, but low risk. But it does just depend on the day before, because the volatility is important. When you don't see anything, why you enter, not just trying to edge dodgy boss. Or when I don't see anything, why do I enter? I mean, I saw the 15-minute basic get disrespected. But the reason why it's a hard entry is because there's no basis. Yes, we're following the trend. There's no basis. I want to see some more displacement, like for price to continue lower. But low-key, I did see a displacement off and this 15-minute basic disrespect. But like I said, the less confluence is, the harder the trade is, and obviously it's conditions in general. I wouldn't actually trade this day at all, not gonna lie, but I'm just trying to do the backtest and see what price can do. It's best to actually try trading backtesting even though the day is bad, so you understand when the actual days come, you won't have the urge to trade because you know how it moves. For example here, right? So this is a day just to avoid. Overall, not too bad. Next day. Alright, so we can see what FMC did yesterday. Let's see what FMC did yesterday. There you go. You can clearly see FOMC went crazy, right? Displacement up, right back down again. Pretty crazy. Yeah, and overall that was weird. Okay, fine. So market did eventually dump after. It just took a long time. So overall, I mean, pretty kind of, that's not that day. When did I trade? There, sorry, never mind. Damn, yeah, you can clearly tell. Look, that was AM macro, and this is PM FMC. So you can clearly see the news was crazy. Now at this point now, um, okay, let me give you guys some source, right? I understand if you're looking at FMC, you'd say, okay, we've got a BISI's higher and we've got Sibi's lower. Surely we should be bearish. Now, if we were truly bearish, we'd hold this Sibi and go lower. I don't think there'll be any reason for us to come into here. Now, let me explain why. Going on the hourly time frame, yes, you will see this bullish candle and then the whole BISI got disrespected completely. But I think that's all noise, and I think we still want to go higher because we have the 4 hour Sibi that got respected. Like that's a very, very nice. Like look at that 4 hour candle, by the way. We filled this Sibi and this Sibi, and we closed there. So judging from that, if we're truly bearish, we should just dump completely. But the fact that we rejected it and going higher, to me, I think we don't want to respect these BISs anymore. I mean, sorry, these Sibis. And the overall narrative is just slowly going to go higher. Just because at the end of the day, if we're truly bearish, this massive rejection candle from these Sibis should really hold price down. And these next 3-4 hour candles should dump lower. But the fact that we've done that, I think the most price might do is like respect this wick on like the 50%, which is we don't even learn that type of stuff. But if that's what the most price will do, but to me, I don't think price even wants to do that, just because if we're truly bearish, this should just completely dump after. There's no reason for price to do that. So looking at the news, right? We have nothing. That's fine. I think tomorrow is NFP. Okay, yeah. So it's the day before NFP. Once again, a low prob day. Understand that, boys. Day before NFP, low prob. I think it's going to be better than the day before just because the day before was really bad. So sometimes there's good trades to catch, but sometimes there's not. So let's just hop on the market open. You can clearly see like even before that, like it's just a bunch of noise. You can clearly see it's just a bunch of accumulation, nothing much. So it's just best to just be very, very careful on the day before NFP. I recommend not taking a trade either, but we'll look for something just because price might be clean today. Because we still have that volatility from PM session. Anyways. Right, so currently it is 41. So 41s, you have to pay attention to what price is doing. We'll slow this back down, we'll do that, and in the meantime, we'll look at the high time frame. So like I said, I'm leaning towards being a bit more bullish. So we have this internal low, we just swept it out completely. We rebalance back inside to the range, so maybe it's like equilibrium, maybe like something cool. For example, we can go from this range low to this range high, kind of about to reach equilibrium. That's a pretty nice confluence, but to me, if we're bearish, we're bearish. We took out this internal low. At this point, right, if you're stuck with narrative, you want to see what price does at this internal low. Do we towel sweep or do we displace below? That's your only question right now. If you want to be bullish or bearish. After we towel sweep this low twice, right, first and then second, you want to see what happens at 45. Do we displace beneath or do we start going higher? That's what you want to see price doing. So you don't enter longs right now, neither do you enter shorts right now. Right? I hope you guys understand that. If you ever get narrative wrong on days where price just dumps or pumps to one side, you want to mark out these internal lows or highs or external highs and lows and see what price does in this area. So currently, right now, we are getting the tail sweep. So that's something just to keep in mind. Now, if we're truly, truly bullish, right, keep an eye on what price is doing right now. I know ES is a bunch of noise, but NQ is pretty good to see. We have this Sibi and we have this Sibi. At most, I want to see this Sibi get disrespected if we're bullish. Because to be honest, it's already getting disrespected just because they tapped it once. The CEO of it already dumped all the way down, took out the low again, and this low, and now we're going high again. So to me, that this Sibi won't hold. So I'm leaning towards buys, even though we haven't got any displacement and we've got any structure. But I'm just reading price. We tapped both these Sibis. C got tapped perfectly. We dumped lower straight away. We then took out this internal low plus the actual low over to the left. Now, assuming that if we're truly bearish, we shouldn't even do this type of candle. We should just completely displace lower. So I'm going to give it a few more candles. And if I start to see price display coming into the Sibi again, I'm going to enter longs. Just because if we're truly bearish, we shouldn't have to tap the Sibi again. Because it's not a high time from Sibi, so 1 minute one. So let's pay attention. Like to me now, I'm thinking about bullish price action. Even though we haven't got any displacement. So you want to be very, very careful because there is a chance price might manipulate one more time and continue higher. But currently, we don't want to overcomplicate it. It's just noise. But we can have an ideal bullish day just from taking out this low and not displacing high anymore from this Sibi. So let's see what price does. There you go. See, the fact that we tapped the Sibi again, to me, that's a bit weird. I want to see a nice displacement candle and then we can see a rebalance so we can get in. Be very, very careful. Wait for candle closer. Closure, not closer. Alright, wait for it. Bunch of noise right now. Not too much. So now at this point, right, it is 47. So now macro's open properly, right? Look at the 15. It's closed, it's tail swooped. Doesn't mean we're bearish though, it doesn't mean we're bullish right now. We tapped the 5-minute OB. 5-minute also looks pretty good. As ES going lower, you want to ask yourself, where's ES trying to go? ES looks pretty bearish. So now at this point, we want to be very, very careful. We can still definitely be bearish just because we're not having any displacement. So that's our last thing. We have this little gap here as well. Opening gap on Wednesday. But yeah, you want to see what price does. We can still definitely be bearish just because ES is going lower. So if I see a displacement candle lower, I'm going to assume that this 15-minute internal low is not enough for price to go higher. So just wait. To me, this is not enough. I know it's nice and bearish, but I don't like it, not gonna lie. Overall, I want to see displacement beneath this low. I know it looks pretty bearish. I know a lot of people try to enter shorts here. I just think it's not worth it. Mainly because we're still stuck in within this 15-minute internal low. Like price can still be bullish. Like there's still a chance. It's not really clean enough. Like I know a lot of people, this may work. They'll enter shorts there, but you have to ask yourself, what's your drawn liquidity? You could go for the gap, to be honest. That's what I only draw liquidity. So if I see a nice displacement candle low with this candle, I'll just think about shorts. Okay, wait for it. Okay, that's pretty good. Now you can think about entering shorts, just because you got that extra clarification. You could even do something like that or that if you want to. Right? So you could do something like that. And low key you can just go straight for that gap. And it's not that far off. Now you can see what the 15-minute do, it's done that. If it can load. Why is it taking so long to load? Right, you can see if the space past that low, I think the rest is just noise. This is pretty unlikely for you to get stopped out. The RR is pretty bad because I'm kind of late. Low key, the RR is pretty bad, but I mean that's all I can really target, right? The gap. There's nothing else to target, so I might just do that just because it's probably make. I don't think the city is going to get tapped because once we displace, we're leaving everyone. So I'm gonna sell there, and I'm just targeting that opening gap because that's a pretty nice target. So yeah, you don't want to overcomplicate price, and you want to wait for clarification. So we rebalanced again. We didn't take out the high, and then we just dumped through, and now displacement through that internal low plus that 15-minute low. To me, this should work. I think the only problem is candle close, but we have enough clarification for price to just dump straight into that gap. And that's enough, right? The only problem is though, we don't want to see reversals when ES taps it. Let me see, did it tap the gap already? Yeah, it had. I actually targeted a bit more. So this might go against me now, just because we tapped the gap. Honestly, it might go against me. Because I targeted way too much. Yeah, so now that I target way too much, I didn't realize. Look how price, my TP should have been there. That's on me. Loki, that's on me. That's literally on me. Man, TP got edged anyways. Damn. I'm gonna hold this though, because my TP got edged. Did ES tap it? Okay, ES didn't tap it either. Neither did NQ. I don't think NQ tapped it. No, it didn't. I don't think it did. So I'm gonna hold this. Loki, I don't think it did. Yeah, hold this. Hold this. Let me not get emotional about that. I thought it tapped the gap. It didn't tap the gap, so we should be fine. I just want to see price display, take out the slow, fill the gap, bang, there we go. So I thought price tapped the gap there, but it didn't, and now price finally tapped the gap. And let's see what price does when it taps the gap. Look at that. So whenever you guys see, look at that TP by the way. Whenever you guys see new day opening gaps, it's a very, very good draw. Like I know it's a very small one, but it hasn't been filled. And it's a very, very good draw. And look what price does as soon as it taps it. This bro, look how bullish that is, bro. Now, if you miss these shorts, I would consider longs now, low key. SMT plus we fill the gap and the SIBI not holding anymore. I would even mind longs. Let me try to look for long entries as well. Once I see the SIBI get inversed, the PXL is going to get inversed as well. And then the 15-minute candle is going to be like, yes, we're tail sweeping this high, this low, if we get displacement. So low key, even longs will look pretty good. Like right there, we can even just give that a shot. Obviously, don't take 2 trades a day, but I'm looking at this setup as well. This is why Simon's model is pretty good, just because you can have 2 different types of trades. And now this one you can target much more because to me the bias is more bullish than bearish. On the high time frame, low key. We could even do that. We generally can. Obviously you're not gonna do this. Like I can see this working. I hope you don't manipulate one more time, but I like the SMT. So this is a bit premature. Low key it's a bit premature. But this could hold. I like this a lot. If we do get stopped out, that's completely fine. I already traded the first time. This is just like a test. And I know it's 100 points, but we're just going to show you guys how strong new day opening gaps are. So there's a Sibi to suspect. This Sibi also going to get disrespected. We may get a rebalance of it at most, like right now we're getting a rebalance of it, and we're going to respect this BC and go higher. Let me just speed this up. Oh, never mind. Fuck. I was wrong. Was I wrong? Okay, I was wrong. Okay, never mind, I was wrong. Now, is it bullish price happening now? I just want to make sure I get this high time frame right. Okay, I was right about bullish price. Okay, I was right about the bullish price action eventually, but I was just way too early. Anyways, yeah, the sells are right, right? We obviously saw the 15-minute low get displaced through. We entered shorts, targeted a very nice target. The way the reaction of that new day opening gap made me think it was bullish price action, but I was way too premature. And then bearish price action after. Any questions? Would it be okay to take entry at 46 to 47? Low key, yeah, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. That's enough for you to enter. How did you know to enter immediately after displacement, not wait for a rebalance? Because whenever we displace past a low, like an internal low, we tend to never rebalance into it again because rebalance happened here. Whenever we rebalance, we're going to displace and then we'll rebalance heavily again. Like we can see here, that dumped, got stop tower. But this PXL held really nicely, by the way. That's why price dumped. But rebalance happened here, the displacement happened there. It's not going to rebalance during displacement, it's just going to dump completely, and that's why we got the quarter shorts. Was rating right? Waiting right? Yeah, that was clean. Well done. That was clean. That was also clean. Do you mark out new day opening gap from candle close to candle open? Yes. Any other questions? No questions? Say no more. Right, so overall, new day opening gap, nice target. I didn't, wasn't supposed to trade a second time here. That was dumb. But overall, the bearish price action was nice. You can only see catch more, but I just think the new day opening gap was a nice target, just because sometimes price might be a bit nasty, you know. So you don't want to risk so much points, and that reaction from the TP is very very strong. So I don't want to hold this trade to be honest. And I guess it worked eventually, but new day opening gaps aren't to mess with. Not gonna lie, they tend to react a lot. But that one was a small one, so I understand why I didn't get respected. Oh wow, was my bullish, bro? I was right the whole time, bro. Look what price did after. But look, I just entered way too early. There's our bullish price action now. So what did I say about the FOMC? Look what happened. I said to you guys that was all noise. So look, for 4 hours again, what did I say? This candle respected both CBs. And then we were supposed to be bearish after, but I guess we came down to do manipulation one more time. And now look at the displacement higher. So to me now I'm bullish. I know we've just taken out like a very, very prominent high right here. If the magnet can turn on, please. Thank you. I know we've just taken out a nice prominent high on both pairs, but just ignore all of that. Just just be bullish today. Honestly, there's no reason to not be bullish. All these daily CBs getting disrespected. Looks pretty good now. Like all the expansion days are starting to happen now, and NFP has started that. I noticed how NFP, you know, beginning of the month, pretty cool. Like you can clearly see we're so bullish, we haven't even rebalanced the NFP yet. Okay, so we took out that high there, and we obviously displacing above it. So let market open. You can, right? I'm not going to fall for the rage bait. You can enter before macro on NFP day. Only if there's manipulation. Now, to me, there's just nothing to work with. So we have take out this high, and we have formed SMT. So you can't enter shorts right now. Like if you want to, since this is Telsu plus SMT, it's like a manipulation. So price will probably dump right now. But low key, I just rather be bullish than bearish, just because look what price is doing right now. We're just in such a high time frame bullish trend now. We moved a lot of points in NFP as well. I just prefer just to be bullish right now. Yes, these shorts will probably work, but we'll see how long. Like it's not even, they didn't even work for that much low key. We have another SMT with this low, so I'd rather be bullish than bearish. We're probably so bullish we might not even fill the NFP busy. So I'm watching price. If we start to displace above these highs, I'm going to enter longs. Like I'm not even going to think about price coming down here because I was so bullish. The fact that we're displacing above these highs after taking out this massive external high on the left that I showed you guys just now, this one, and we're targeting this one and this one, to me, we just shows up with that bullish. So I'm waiting for macro, but you can enter before macro if you see something valid. Okay, we've just taken out that high now. There's displacement higher. Low key, this could be enough. Low key, the fact that we're displacing higher, the Sibi got disrespected on the ES. Looks pretty good, so I don't even mind entering off this. The stops are wide though. That's a very wide stop. So I do want to see a rebalance just a little bit. Just so I can get a nicer stop loss. But if we're just going to continue to pump higher, then that's just going to be annoying. So, I mean, yeah, there we go. So I was right about price just being so bullish. So above displacement above these highs was a great entry there, but now I've missed the entry. So I guess I mean, you can try this and then just have your stop loss beneath 45. I don't think there's a reason for price to take out your stop loss if we're right there. So yeah, and then you can just target, like this is pretty late though. But at this point, what you want to do on these type of days is you want to get the fib and you want to target something on the fib because that's where the price tends to go the most. So what's the high time for manipulation? Right, this 1 hour wick right here, pretty good. You grab the fib, you do that. You grab it all the way to the top. You can clearly see, look, price starts at the -2, drops around. The -4 got displaced. You can target the -8, but that's way too high up. So I'm gonna look for another level, and that's similar. So I'll go on the 4 hour, do the same thing, right? It might be a bit different, so let's check. Oh, it's the same. Yeah, the -8 is way too high up. So I think just target a good amount of points, but don't get a random TP, boys. Don't have a random TP. It's going to be annoying. So I think what you can do is target just the C of this massive sell side. Because we know we're going to go through it eventually, but we will get a reaction off of it. So grab that, grab that, grab that, and then grab that, and then just drag this there. So pretty good TP, and it's quite a lot of points actually. It's 1 mini, so that's quite a lot of points, low key. But I think it's worth it just because it's NFP day and we're so bullish. Just don't overcomplicate yourself. Just get in and get out, right? Let me fix this 1 sec. So yeah, overall this trade is pretty good. I did miss a little bit of it, but I think waiting for a rebalance will probably get you much worse entry than just entering off displacement right now. So yeah, let me just drag this low because the stop loss is there. There you go. And then just target that. Low key is 100 points, and we have a pretty big stop loss, but I'm taking this just because it looks pretty good. So let price move. Our only problem is not waiting for candle close and rebalance. So just like that was pretty good. That was I would have entered there low key, but that's fine. We got a rebalance now. We should be pretty good. I don't see any world where price takes out the 15-minute low. To me, then I'll firm the loss. But we have taken out. Like the problem is now. I know you guys are asking me like we've taken out some external highs or some very prominent highs. So why are you not thinking about rebalance? Mainly because like we already rebalanced within these wicks. I think from now we just need speed and efficiency. Like I think it's worth just waiting for the speed and efficiency than a rebalance. I mean, we are doing it now, low key. I expected displacement, but we are doing it now. So if we do get stopped, that's my bad. But their rebalance, my stop is fine. So low key, price is being generous. I expected displacement, especially after these highs. But price is being generous for rebalance. Now I think I might get stopped out if we don't displace right now. Above those highs. Like if I don't say, okay, there we go. So that basically was very clean. Low key now, entries would have been good. So now I don't want to trade my stop loss here. It's because now, like, bro, there's no reason for us to come back down there again. So I'm going to trade my stop loss there. I'm going to move this here so it doesn't look weird. I've targeted quite a lot, but I'm confident in my target. So now I've waited for the rebalance. I tried my stop loss. Let me speed this up. Oh my days, those news. Oh, I forgot about news, bro. Oh, there was news, bro. I wonder why it weren't displacing. It was flipping news. Anyways, that sucks a lot. I didn't realize that. So now I've missed. Now, like I'm like, okay, what do I even do now? I didn't know there was news, so I wouldn't have. If I knew there was news, I wouldn't have traded. But obviously, in backtesting, who cares about news? So now at this point, let's say you actually wait for news. I mean, you could have entered off just basically disrespect, but yeah, low key, the fact that we weren't displacing was giving me a sign at why we're not displacing higher. Now I realized because there's news. So yeah, it's low key annoying. Yeah, not gonna lie, not a nice macro for NFP, you know. We did move 100 points, not gonna lie. We did move a lot of points. I mean, you could have targeted. I targeted something way higher, like an actual precise draw, but okay, I targeted way too much. So optimal entry here. I mean, like I said, the BISI, just the rebalance candle, just. I think news went higher before it went low, so you could have had a nice TP, but I targeted a bit too much there. But I forgot about news. That's why. Was this luck? No, it wasn't luck. It wasn't luck. It wasn't luck. It wasn't luck. That was valid, bro. That was valid. I forgot about news though. How do you choose where to map out standard deviations? You want to map out manipulation candles. Put your R measuring tool down, click place. Yeah, I saw that. I don't know what to do. I just never do it, bro. It's annoying. I never do it. Yeah, low key. Yeah, I didn't know about news, so it's annoying. But my trade was valid. I just targeted a bit too much because I didn't know about news. If I knew there was news, I wouldn't have targeted that much. Especially because we weren't. I was like confused as to why we weren't displacing after this candle, especially above these highs we were chopping about, and I knew this basically wasn't going to hold eventually. So yeah, I mean, you could have caught if you entered there, you could have caught a nice 50 points, but I just targeted way too much. Just because I just thought we were just going to displace so much. But I guess we're just going to slowly displace higher instead of going rapid. So yeah, that's completely fine though. So whenever there's news, either wait or get in and get out before, just because look. So my idea was correct, right? You can clearly see we're still being bullish. We have to rebalance into the 4-hour PXH. Right now, let me check news. This is Monday again, I'm pretty sure. No news Monday. Yeah, so look, you can clearly saw Sunday's been nice and bullish. Eventually, we moved higher a bit more, but that's fine. Yeah, again, I'm bullish. There's no reason not to be bullish. I think today we might get better price action, but let's see. Opens there. Um, Nothing much. Let me just skip to macro. That's the 10-second. What am I doing? All right, this looks very good. I like this a lot. Problem is, we kind of missed the entries. 37 though, which is fine, but this looks very, very good. What did price do? We just rebalanced. Yes, rebalanced into PXH, and Q also kind of rebalanced into PXH. We fought the 15-minute BISI again per thoroughly, and also like the hourly rebalanced very nicely into PXH. So we're very, very bullish now yet again, and hopefully we don't have dumb news to take us out. The CB got disrespected straight away, so we know we're bullish right now. But in this case scenario, we haven't really got to macro yet, but I can tell we can get some premature entries just because the structure's been formed. Now, the only way we get stopped out is if we take out drawn liquidity and I don't realize, and then the price reverses on us. So let me zoom out and see where price has. Yeah, so we're clearly just filling the civvy, right? Do not get scared about these civvies. We're not going to get a reaction off of it. We're just going to fill all of it. That's what price wants to do. So we're very, very bullish. Don't get scared of those civvies. I think the only place you start to get scared of is the fib. So we're going to grab the fib again. And what do? We grab it off the manipulation wick. So there to there. I mean, you can clearly see it once the -8, but I'm definitely not going to target that. So I'm just going to target a set amount of points and call it a day. So yeah, there's a nice rebalance candle right there. Low key though, I want to see whenever you're in this type of case scenario, you want to get in. Let me pause this. You want to get in like a little 5-minute rebalance candle, so like a 5-minute one, just so you can clarify some rebalance. Like a 5-minute one will be pretty nice. 1-minute ones may hold. Low key, I think entering now is pretty good. You can enter now, and then you have enough room for your 5-minute, just for the 5 minutes rebalance as well. So let me bro, it's lagging again. Hold up. So you see how the 5 minutes opening in a minute and a half. And me entering now, where you want to put your stop loss in a space where price is pretty big enough for the 5-minute in case the 5-minute does rebalance. So where can the 5-minute rebalance go? Like within here. So going 1 to 1 minute, we can have a stop loss there. It's a bit premature, or you could go there, but that's a bit too big. But I think here's fine. And then we want to target. I mean, I want to target something better. So that fib was way too high up. Again, this is manipulation, so we can use this. And then bang, target the -2. Nice 1 to 2. You can target a bit more if you want, but just watch what happens at -2. I'm gonna target this. Actually, no, let's not be dumb. Let's target that. Let's not be dumb. Let's just target that. Enter longs. There. So I mean, it's a pretty tight stop as well. But I think there's nothing complicated about this trade. Honestly, if you don't want to overcomplicate it, we're clearly bullish. I think the only problem is candle close. So let's let price move. But yeah, like if we rebalance in 1 minute, it's pretty valid, right? The wick lower and then displacement higher, I think is valid. Let me do that. Yeah, so don't get scared. The BISI got filled. I mean, you could wait for the BISI to get filled. Honestly, I forgot about that. But I don't like this. No key, I don't like this at all. Yeah, premature entry. Venue with performance macros. I thought it was 42, not 39. Flipping out. They probably don't get stopped. This is why you don't enter performance macro. But let's just wait. Yeah, I don't like this 5 minute. I'm probably going to get stopped out. Let me close this trade. Actually, I'll wait for price to stop me out. Oh, it's basically going to hold. No, okay, yeah, this was very, very dumb. Don't do this. Sorry, guys. I should not have done that. That was so stupid. Wait for macro. That's way too premature. I just like the displacement higher and the Civi get disrespected, but clearly won't pre-XH. It's a Monday, so I keep expecting so much volatility, but I just need to relax myself. Let me just watch price. We tapped into PXH. Um, that's about it. The VC got disrespected, but it doesn't mean we're bearish right now. I'm still very bullish. We got rebalance lower. So like I said, the 5 minute rebalancing. So there's a 5 minute rebalancing. Way better than the 1 minute. Let's not just try catch displacement. Wait for it. So yeah, there's a 5 minute rebalancing. Like that. That's pretty good. So now you see in this, that's the 5 minute rebalancing, right? Wait for it to fully displace higher. So there we go. Again, some displacement higher. Now, knowing the 5 minutes opening in 1 minute, look at that. That's way more valid to enter longs. Like you could do something like this. Put your stop loss beneath the 5 minute rebalance candle. Just 'cause if you're confused in the 1 minute, because there's not a lot to work with. This probably, I mean, I see this holding. If not, then it's a low prob day. And then once again, just target a fib. So let me grab that again. So yeah, that was way too early for me in the first trade. Don't do that, especially on a Monday. I don't know why I'm expecting such crazy price action. Could do something like that. That looks pretty good. I have faith in the 5 minute rebalance. I mean, the only thing price might do is manipulate the slow, but I think this 5 minute rebalance is valid. Yeah, so look what price did to the fib, by the way. Rebalance back inside to the zero, tapped it. The stop loss is pretty protected. I think the only way we get this wrong is if price is just bearish now and then to flip, but this should hold, not gonna lie. Low key, this should hold. I don't see this not holding. Yeah, there we go. We took out this entire, we hit the -1, look, price taps the -1, rebalances now. And then obviously we skip to the 15. We should hit the -2 eventually. Yeah, this is a low prob Monday, but it eventually goes there, right? Let me see if this goes there. Low key -1's a great target. I just want to see if the -2 gets hit. It's a very slow Monday, wow. Especially after displacing like that, kind of missed the move to be honest. That makes sense. But let's see if the -2 eventually gets hit. Damn, you don't want to sit through this, bro. Holy. It's now almost PM session, bro. Can this, okay, so I think we got stopped now. Okay, so yeah, this is a horrible Monday. Low key though, we still had a very nice setup. I just think what I did there was dumb. Don't do that. Don't try predict a BISI. Wait for the rebalance. I just expected much more displacement just from the way we just displaced higher. But just wait for the 5 minute rebalance if you're confused. And eventually price still flew higher to the -1. So the fib still works. Just don't do what I done. This is a dumb mistake. That had to put money is crazy. SMT, I think. Let me see this. Bro, can it stop lagging, please? Yeah, so you kind of got a late entry, low key. I think the rebalance there was pretty good off the 5 minute PXH. Just enter off that and just target internal high. Yeah, so it's a little pro Monday. Makes sense. Simon says in lecture it's often manipulation kind of, but can displace towards DOL. Yeah, it can. News can displace towards DOL. Why not either? Because I always get confused with some locally. Yeah, can you show an example of Sibi and Bissy being disrespected invest? Yeah, we'll find a day. We'll find a day. But this is an example of a Sibi getting invest. Sibi's there, disrespected. Low-key entries here would have been nice, but it's just way too early. And we have to wait for macro. And obviously the 5 minute rebalance PXH went higher. So this is Sibi and this is Sibi getting invest to Bissy. And then Bissy getting respected. For example, yeah, most of the time Sibis and Bissis get inverse after value manipulation. So watch out for value manipulation. You expect them to get rebalanced and displace. I mean, yeah, we're getting a bullish idea right, bro. I mean, look, eventually price went higher yet again. It's just like, it's unfortunate the macro doesn't give us the sales, but we just have to firm it, bro. Honestly. Tuesday, nothing again. It's fine. Going into the 4 hour. Again, we're very bullish. I've said this before. We have our 4 hour expansions, or we have like the 4 hour chops going higher. But this is like the 4 hour expansions. I'm expecting PXH for majority. In these type of case scenarios, you expect PXH. Ready for the hourly BISI. We also got manipulation plus SMT. Okay, I'm expecting a lot of displacement today. Surely, that's a nice valid high time frame manip. So We should just go higher right now. Watch. Let's see price. There we go. So price just straight away pumps up. It's expected, right? We feel the busy again. Okay, we're rebalancing now. All right. We're in this busy. Like I said, I think I'm expecting more PXH than bissies and reversals. So let's just pray that we get a nice bullish sell in this macro. But if we don't, I'm just gonna have to firm it and just trade sells. But looking at this now, we had the hourly SMT at the bottom. We filled the hourly busy. We are going higher since. I like this a lot. I just think right now we're pretty choppy. So to me, we just have to wait for some displacement. We can just get in. Like again, like it looks pretty weird. Low key, I don't like this price action. I think if we're truly bullish, we shouldn't be chopping like this. I don't know if that price is waiting for a big news event. I don't know what price is doing, but we're still in this busy, by the way. I know we've closed beneath it here. I know it looks pretty good for sells, but the only thing protecting you for sells is this busy, almost busy get disrespected. The minute we see displacement down here, then you can think about rebounds to continue lower. I just think the SIB is still kind of holding. I'm sorry, this busy is still kind of holding. And overall, we're still in a very, very bullish condition. So don't try sell. I mean, it might work, but I'd just prefer you to just trade along the bias than against it because of one busy get disrespected. So just be very, very careful. So let price move. Honestly, I don't see much. Low key though, this was nice. This little wick here, taking out this low and going higher since. And now we're seeing the 5 minute flip. I think once I see, low key though, once I see this CV get disrespected, I'm going to consider longs. So we're in it right now. Once that gets disrespected, I'm going to consider longs. So we tapped it again, we rebalanced it. Now I like this a lot. I think this is nice and bullish. Wait for displacement above. There is a possibility price, it can respect that same CB again, and it can do something like that and then go higher. So, because we don't really have any manipulation right now. We're just wicking about. So I'm waiting. The CB isn't holding, just it's still holding. 5 seconds left. That's nice. So low key could longs now. Wait one more candle, but I think price is going to displace now. I missed the entry, I swear. Yeah. Let's just wait though. Yeah, see, I missed the entry there. You can clearly see entry should have been off the close of that, but just wait. This is why you have to wait, bro. Formed SMT there. So now you're like, okay. You have an SMT with this wick. Let's see if you hold bearish structure. So right now, this knuckle has been pretty poor so far. So let's see what the 15 minute wants to do. I have a feeling price might fill this 15 minute busy, take out this low and then go higher. Like right now we look pretty bearish. So we haven't got any displacement. That's pretty nice. That's very nice. Low key, I might just enter buyers there. That's pretty nice. I'm gonna take this. It stops there. You could go there if you want to. I'm gonna go there. Once again, targets is pretty difficult, but just use a fib. So we're finding manipulation on a high time frame if they can load, please. So yeah, we have the 4-hour wick, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, so we just 4-hour wick, pretty good. How about let me do it again. So you draw it from the bottom of the wick to the top like that. I mean, you can clearly see why price is chopping. So it's not a good place right now for price to be chopping. Like, I don't like this at all. Like, there's a reason why price is chopping. We're in the -2. And we are going higher, but it might take a while. But hopefully we break out of it. Because we are showing price, the index, the lower time frame is telling us price wants to go higher. So I think this is worth longs. And it's a nice 40-point target. It's pretty good. Let's see what price does. I think the only problem is candle close, but there's 13 seconds left. Let's see what price does though. There we go. You can target this internal high if you want. But like I said, this is PXH conditions. I just think price will displace through it. Don't get scared. We're just extremely bullish. I'll be very shocked if you get stopped out though, honestly. I don't like this now. Like, why do we go higher? Not even take out anything. Low-key, very, very slow conditions, not gonna lie. Now I can see price taking out this low and going higher. Let's see if he gets stopped. Yeah. Damn. Damn, bro. These are some difficult macros, low-key. We're so bullish. Like, look at that. We're so bullish, but then it just wants to manipulate so heavily. And now it wants to go higher, probably. I mean, low-key, we didn't displace. And low-key, I did kind of pattern trade the Sibi get disrespected. I'm not gonna lie. I think now we need manipulation. We never had manipulation in this one. I think now we've got manipulation. Now we're probably gonna continue higher. Yeah, and now we're gonna get Sabi to suspect. So in this case scenario, I expected PXH instead, but we finally got manipulation. Now we're continuing higher. So again, like these mistakes need to be avoided in real life charts. I just expected a rebalance, but I guess if we are truly bullish, we shouldn't have chopped this long. And now we're gonna get the Sabi to suspect. Let's see if it eventually just suspects or not, or we just bearish, bro. Let me skip through. Nah, this is just pretty poor micro, not gonna lie. But I'm not gonna blame my price for that. Like my narrative eventually plays out. I mean, hopefully it does. Uh, I think I'm not gonna lie. This is a pretty hard macro. I'm not gonna lie about this. It's pretty hard. Low key, the fact that we just dumped from there. It's pretty hard macro compared to pre-market. Pretty hard macro again. Any questions though? I feel like this one. Wait for proper displacement. We had a severe suspect. I like that rejection wick. I think it's a valid loss, low key. I think it is. So you obviously will eventually lose, and then price just dumped. But any questions? Uh, yeah, you're right. To be honest, Daniel, you're right. You're right. But market open, but we can't do that. Do you think 25 PA is really to read the 2024? Probably. I thought the same. I mean, there's always a valid SL there for longs, but narrative, bull narratives pump faking, bro. Honestly, like what price actually go high later. Like we get the narrative right most of the time. It's just the macro doesn't give us the right setup. That's the problem. So you can clearly see a look, the price eventually wants to go higher, right? It's just the problem is like this. So I mean, clearly it just wants to. It's clearly a high time frame move. Like I guess the high time frame wants to do that again. We had the correct narrative and everything. The macro is just very very sneaky, but we just have to deal with it. Not low key. This price action is pretty difficult though, but it's fine. It's completely fine. It's good that we're going through this. So in this case scenario, we had the BISI get disrespected. I just think I'm looking back to like looking back myself. If this BISI really held, it shouldn't have really chopped for this long. Like low key, I shouldn't have expected proper buys after. Even the CB got disrespected. I just realized if we're truly bullish, we shouldn't have to chop this long. Like we should continue higher. So if we're expecting proper price action, we need a proper initial leg first. For example, the BISI respected straight away instead of having to wait for such long chops. So low key my fault, but it is what it is. It's a pretty normal loss, not gonna lie. Again, no news again on this day. It's a Wednesday now. Looking at this again, we're probably bullish yet again. Like, yeah, there we go. So pretty sure price went higher there. Okay, now we're coming lower now. So there we go. We got the bearish price action now. For now, like you probably wonder where the hell this price wants to go. I don't know where price wants to go. Um, it's in a daily busy right now, so this could be complicated. You know, I know price is dumping right now, but this could be complicated. So once again, we need a lower time frame to act with a higher time frame. We just dumped a lot pre-market again. So this setup, yeah, again, we might be a low setup day again, just because there's no news on Wednesday. We pumped so much in before macro and before open, but let's see what price does. Okay, we're going high right now. We kind of manipulate all these relative lows, tap this area. We're going high right now. We look pretty good. So far I'm bullish just because we just need to follow the trend. It's 41. So let me just turn this on as price is moving. We look pretty bearish right now, but like I said, we tapped the daily busy. We tapped the 15-minute civvies. To be honest, I'm still pretty bullish. Mainly because if we're truly bearish, this should hold, or C of this should hold. So I like the C of this as a nice target. And if you want to use C, what's the word? You can use Fibonacci as well, so you can clearly see, right? There's a reason why price is chopping to -2. So low key, the moves are happening before macro, but let's see what price does. Um, Let me slow this down one sec. There's a 5 minute. I mean, we have the Fibby getting disrespected. We could use that as a rebalance to continue higher. So let's wait for the 5 minute close. But once again, we have no like manip. We have no displacement, proper displacement. We're just going higher and going against the trend. So low key, these buys will probably hold. Like there's a 5 minute rebalancing like that. But I want to see like a nice displacement plus rebalance candle. So far, we're not really doing that right now. Yeah, this looks pretty toppy again. So let's see what price does at 15. Low key, if we can get the macro to rebalance lower, then continue higher, that'll be nice. But the problem is we're going high right now. So yeah, there's macro open. Splitting above this wick high, so we are getting a bullish price action, but I'm not going to get in just yet, low key. I want to see a nice rebalance candle. Like that. That looks pretty good. That looks very, very good. Let me slow this down. The fact that we rebalanced into PXH, we just displaced high like that, I don't mind taking this low key, but it's a bit too late now. Flip, it's gone. Oh, it's left me. I did not get in. It's way too late. I mean, I'll still get in now just because I want to. Like, I know it's pretty late, but I'm just going to get in now. Starts below the rebalance candle. It's pretty good. Target. Like I said, you can use a fib. So the fact that we finally displaced above the -2, I like the -4 as a TP. It's a very bad risk to reward low key though. You could target it high. Low key, I got a very late entry though. I got a very, very late entry. Like it's a very, very late entry. But we're getting displacement right now. Wait, where's my position going? I thought I dragged it. Bruh. One sec. Bro, can it load? Why is it not loading? Yeah, so I want my TP there. It's a pretty nice TP. And the SR needs to be beneath the 45. So yes, we got a late entry, but that's my fault. The PXH rebounded so nicely into that 1 minute candle displaced higher. You can enter off that displacement. And now I'm expecting displacement higher and leaving all the buyers behind. So it's pretty good. Don't lie. And it's not even 30 points, it's just underneath 30 points. So it's pretty good, low key. So I should expect displacement higher now. But we'll see what price does. Let me speed this up. There we go. The 50p gets hit though. I think no, we just hit the -4. We probably did. Let me check. Do we hit the -4 there? Yeah, we did. But we're still going higher from we just place it into the rebalance into the BIST. We should now just take out that high. I'm not getting scared of these little chops. And it's only 30 points, so I'm willing to take this. We should hit TP now. There we go. Okay. So this trade, right? We didn't have a lot to work with. Like I know we're in a bearish trend, but I did say daily busy. Did we form an SMT with this low? 12.15. No, we didn't. I know we look like we're about to take out the low, etc. But you need to understand, follow the trend. And I know the trend was bearish, but look what market opened on. If we're truly bearish, we should have displaced lower, not just take out all these accumulative lows and displace higher. We went higher. 45 displaced high, enter off displacement, PXH got respected, targeted a nice internal high within a range. We'll see if price continues even higher, just because to see if our narrative is correct. But look at that, nice. That was a very nice target, by the way. But I can see price still going higher, just because we're in a bullish trend now. I think this model is pretty good when it comes to going higher. But you have to hold through this, by the way, so that's kind of long. But yeah, price eventually goes higher, but yeah, I understand the sellers getting trapped here, thinking price wants to rebalance and continue lower, but look what price does. Completely flips higher. Any questions? Do I trade any other models? No. I'm learning swing trading though, but that's nothing to do with Salmon's model. But this, yeah, I'm not going to do that during the macro. Any other questions though? Any other question for these longs? These longs, I think, if you get the narrative correct, you shouldn't really struggle. I just think don't marry the sell bias if we're still bullish over in high time frame. Like if you look at the actual high time frame, you know we're bullish, right? We've been bullish. And you can clearly see we just like that's beautiful. We traded the 4 hour rebalance. Now this is a very nice rebalance. Now this is where the swing traders get in. They target nice highs. Like I know price is going to continue high now. And we basically caught the bottom a little bit. And you can clearly see price is going to go eventually go to these highs. You just have to sit through the trade. See? Price eventually will go to those highs, but you just have to stick through the trade and obviously let price rebalance, etc. And it's just kind of long to deal with. But yeah, it's just obviously don't be in this trade for too long. But yeah, what was I gonna say? Any other questions? 18 people, yeah, who cares, bro? The less people, the easier for me, to be honest. Was it entry OTE? To be honest, Yes, not gonna lie, yes it was. Because we had no stronger displacement, and 45 opened up after PXH got disrespected. I didn't care about all these sell side. I can just tell price wants to fill it. And then yeah, my entry and TP were both OT, not gonna lie. Yeah, my entry and TP were both OT, not gonna lie. No rebalance in 1 minute because we got high time from rebalance, right? You recommend building a bullish or bearish narrative by looking at high time frame only, or the other things that can help you with that? I look at the high time frame only, but I love it when the low time frame connects with the high time frame. That's when I'm very very confident to train. To trade, sorry. How long's our back test? We can do another half an hour. They don't want it bad enough. Well, who cares, bro? As long as you guys are in here, you're improving yourself. But for real, what was I saying? Yeah, so like I love when the high time frame matches the low time frame. I think the worst day is when the macro doesn't match the high time frame, and then like after macro does. Like it's those days, those are the annoying days. But you have to be very very careful. All right, next day, Thursday, we have nothing. We have nothing. Okay, that's another no news day. We can clearly see, I mean, price is clearly very, very sneaky. This looks like Friday, low key. This looks like Friday. Like yesterday, Friday. How we tapped like the C of this massive rebalance wick and then we went high after. Low key, this looks like Friday. So let's see what price does. Again, I'm bullish on the high time frame and still am. I don't see any reason for us to be bearish in this high time frame. Have you got busy disrespect? Have you got any external sweeps? Have you got anything like bearish? No, we don't. Yes, the macro will probably give us something bearish if we are bearish in the macro, but I like how we rebalance back inside here. Notice how the bottom tickers are still in this trade, but yeah, pretty good. Now we just wait for the macro. So let's skip through 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, I like this so far. The fact that we're going lower. We have taken out all these lows, but ES hasn't. That could be a potential SMT. We're in this 15-minute busy. There's low-key 6 minutes left. If I don't see a nice close, it's probably bearish. So let's see what price does. It's currently 38, 39, 40, 41. Yeah, so we're getting bearish price action now. So okay, now look at the 4 hour, by the way. Look at the 4 hour, sorry. Now, like, okay, now the 4 hour looks pretty bearish. Low key, because we filled the bissies. We tried to go higher. We didn't respect any displacement, market structure shift, nothing. We're wicking about. Now I can see price taking out this low and filling this busy more. Now it looks pretty bearish. And it's pretty hard to enter bearish when price is so bullish. Like, you don't really enter off a lot. Like, you don't have a lot to work with when it comes to bearish price action on high time frame bullish order flow. Like, it randomly dumps. Not randomly, but there is probably like fib levels or like, for example, here, right? Like, there's nothing here that I can see, but there's probably something there and there's a reason why price is dumping. Like, probably see a rejection box, etc. Like, obviously these are rejection blocks, right? And there's a reason why price is respecting them. Like, you can see here to the tick. But obviously now I'm bearish pretty sure because now I can see the stronger liquidity getting taken out. That one. So I'm going to look for that draw. I do want to see a rebalance candle though. Currently it is 41, so I'm going to turn this back to 1 second and skip through in 1 second. We'll do 2 just because it's too slow in 1. Looking at ES, yeah, pretty bearish now. I know we have not a lot of manipulation other than taking out this high and filling the civvy, but just follow the order flow and follow the trend right now, obviously. So yeah, we are bearish. I want to see a rebalance into the civvy, but it's very, very bearish right now. The fact that we have 2 minutes left and we disrespected this busy. I mean, what I don't want is that and then that. Like, that's going to take a while. Yeah, we're just getting sells right now. I mean, there's a busy, so there's still be there. So let's just wait for that to get filled. Low key, I don't think it's worth entering right now. I think it's way better just waiting for the CB to get rebalanced into, just because it's still pre-macro. And also, you kind of missed all the legs. So I don't want you guys foaming and getting in right now. And like, you will probably get stopped out, even if you're most like 7 out of 10 times you get stopped out like this, low key. You get stopped out. You have bad entry, FOMO, etc. And also, I think there's a low that price just swept. This low, yeah. So yeah, just be very, very, very careful. Like, just wait for price to rebalance. It's okay. We displaced already. Macro hasn't opened yet. Just relax. You have to take your time. Let the 5 minute rebalance. Let the 15 minute rebalance. You know. And the fact that we just took out this low as well is now we expect rebalances. You know. So that we expect price to. There we go. See. Wait for the rebalance. Imagine trying to bottom tick shorts, bro. It's just embarrassing. You don't want to get entry like that. So just wait for the rebalance. You know. It's pretty simple. So let me speed this up. There we go. So let me actually slow down a bit. It's too fast. Right, so there's our. Oh, well, 1 sec. Let me sort this out. It's so buggy, bro. I swear to God. Alright, there we go. So we got the cibbies there. We did take out the internal low. I don't think that's going to make price pump. especially if we close beneath it. I just want to see a Cibi get touched, which we have now low key, but I want to see a rejection out of it, and then I'll just put end off displacement. So I'm being very, very careful right now. 5 minutes opening up in 14 seconds as well. Low key, the fact that we tapped the Cibi, we're doing that. It's pretty bearish to me, but let's see what price does. We can still, that's not enough. Don't enter long shorts right now. That's not enough. I don't want to see anyone trying to short right now. It's not enough. This is not enough. That's enough. Now you can enter shorts. Like I'm gonna take this low key. I just hope. I mean, I don't think we're gonna get an SMT. I don't think we are. 45 open now, and the fact that we're displacing lower, I don't think it's gonna be an SMT. Yeah, I don't think so. Yeah, and we can just target that low. Low key, we can just target that low. It's only 18 points, so let's see what the price does. What you don't want is an SMT, so you can wait if you want to, which is probably the best option, low key. I think this is a bit premature, but I just did right there. And we probably get stopped out more than TP because we missed so much. But we'll take it. We'll see what price does. Yeah, you don't want to see this. You don't want to see this at all. Let's see though. I think waiting a bit more would have been optimal if you just waited a bit more. But now I like this a lot. This price action is telling me we're going to dump since we got the SMT and we just suspected it. But that's another one though. But now that we're falling so much, I think this is valid. I forgot to add TP and SL, but we should be fine. Yeah, well, I think once price takes out that low, we should be good. Oh, don't tell me it's no stupid rejection block again, bro. Bro, these dumb rejection blocks, I swear. Bro, these dumb rejection blocks, bro. Watch, it's gonna take out my stop loss now. I can tell, bro. Yeah. Let's see if it holds, though. Nah, see, rejection blocks. Low key, we entered a bit too late. I think it would have been better if I just wait for longs, because that's the high time frame bias. But look what happened when we tap some rejection blocks. You have to be very, very careful, you know. Now look, the tall sweep's holding. Now buys look valid. So now I'm gonna look for buys. I mean, I should have done that first. I know we didn't read the space below the internal low, and we could have targeted like the 50 the C, but look what happens. Because we're in such a bullish order flow, that's where price wants to go. So now we're getting higher bullish price action. So once we see the CB get disrespected, you can consider longs. Wait for it to rebalance. And you were long, like now you can long now if you want. When I said no, I was like that. That's shorts, my bad. Let me long, one sec. Like I literally long there. And you could put your stop loss right there. I don't think this basically would get filled if we're truly bullish. And now you target crazy price action because we're actually bullish. Yeah, you see? So low key, I think my shorts were too premature. And it's just best to wait for the low time frame to align with the high time frame. But now you know this is going to displace high, yeah. So now we finally got our manipulation taking out this internal low. Price was just a bit slower. And longs were valid. So yeah, look, you can clearly see now we're getting our longs. So look, so this is why I just love trading a lot along the high time frame. I just don't like it when I trade the low time frame. I sorry the macro just against the high time frame. So that's how I trade low key. So I don't think I would have taken the shorts though. It's just not enough for me. But I'm just going to do everything that I can see that I can do in backtesting. So let price, rebalance is still going to continue higher. I don't think price is going to dump. Yeah. No, it does. Oh, it stops me out. Let's see if my TP gets hit. Yeah, it does. It just wants to rebalance again. That's such an unfortunate stop loss, but who cares? Yeah, so that's eventually you can clearly see, right? Look, the narrative again, high time frame again being correct all the time. So this is why I just love being trading high time frame along with the high time frame bias because you get trades without having to worry about getting stopped out for a good half an hour, especially if you're holding for longer. Any questions? So yeah, shorts with yeah, so person that's why I don't like as well. But the reason why these happen is because the narrative is just always going to win against your high time against your trades. I don't know if I missed your answer, but how long do you plan to backtest? I don't know, like 10, 20 minutes. So high time from low time from matches extra confidence? Yes. Yes, 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 yes. If we was to take out internal lows, I don't know if Excel will clip with TP will be the move. Yeah, for real, I get you, bro. Yeah, so boys, like that's how I trade personally. You guys can obviously how trade how you feel comfortable the most. But I just really love it when I trade with the high time frame. We all know what the high time frame is in these conditions, right? It's bullish. So I guess what price wants to do eventually is respect the CEO of this candle. It just had to take a long time. So this is why you don't want to get stopped out, and this is what happens. It just accumulates a lot, and then price goes higher eventually. Just because price at the end of the day it wants to take out both buyers and sellers. So yeah. Low key the shorts. I mean, if you don't catch 41, no point taking them. Watch what happens here, and then see what price does. And low key, we did the space for it, but we had to actually wait for candle close, and the candle close was clearly on the 15-minute back up again, right there. So pretty important, right? So yeah, it's obviously rejection block, etc. Well, this is a rejection block era right there. So yeah, we'll do the next 2 days, and we'll be done from there. News, and this will happen when there's no news, by the way. It's much slower. Again, no news. So the no news days, be very, very careful. It's definitely like a Thursday and Wednesday. Once again, look what price done since we tapped that rejection block. Bang. Again, we're bullish. No reason to be bearish. But the fact that we expanded high now I can see a reason why we can be bearish because we might have to trade the bearish price action for price to continue lower to go back up again. So let's see what price does at open. Well, okay, that's a glitch. Let me refresh that. Flipping Darth Vader candles, bro. Star Wars candles, bro. Alright, let me wait for this to load. Hold up. Yeah, Friday. Okay, let me skip through. I mean, we're getting it, to be honest. We're getting the British price action, so I guess we're just going to remain there, right? Yeah, so we got the 15-minute Sibi got disrespected. We locally filled the hourly busy properly, but it just kind of had to rebalance all the way back into RNR and PXH. Pretty nice. Again, zero reason to be bearish. I think we're just going to enter off 1 minute rebalance. So it's currently 40. So I want to see this 5 minute rebalance, but the 5 minute before already rebalance. So I think price will just displace higher now. Okay, this is macro opening right now. No displacement, no news either. This is a bit slow. So let's see what price wants to do. We can't really manipulate any internal lows or highs. We just have this busy that price is in right now, plus a slight PXH. So let's see if we displace after. I'm where we are right now, to be honest, but candle close is very important. And that candle didn't really close how I like it. Neither did this candle. This candle has. Okay, let's see if we displace above that those little highs, and then we can enter longs. That is nice displacement. Now at this point now, you could, to be honest, enter longs. But first, what I'm going to do is check on the left if there's anything that price might have just taken out. Clearly not. I don't see. I mean, don't get scared if you enter so high up. Just have a valid stop loss, bro. Just like beneath there. It's not a lot of risk at all. It's only 300, which is like what, 12 points, 15 points. And then you can, again, I'm going to target a fib just because that's like the most valid target. So I'm going to find something that I can use to target a fib. Again, the 4 hour wick, but watch when price will be in the -2. Oh no, it's not. Perfect. -2 is a great target. -1's a great target, to be honest, but I like the -2. So -1 tend to get displaced through. -2 is very high up though. So this may be a bit too much. But we'll see what happens at the -1. Oh, I need to actually drag I didn't drag my TP there. What am I doing? It was like 70 points, I'm pretty sure. It was like there. We'll do that. Once again, just follow the trend. Looks pretty good. I think, yeah, it looks pretty good. It's placed from above this high. Us entering now gives us space for us to also, my stop loss is there. Us entering now also gives us room for price in case it wants to rebalance into that busy. So it's better to enter because sometimes price might not rebalance in there. And you don't want, to be honest, you don't want price to rebalance in there. You want it to just displace above. Okay, I don't know if this busy wants to hold or not. Yeah, that's not holding. That's getting stopped. I don't think that's holding. Let's see what price does. Yeah, stopped. Pretty unfortunate again. Damn, these days are hard, bro. Let's see what price does. You can wait for a minute. Oh my day, I keep forgetting about this stupid 10 a.m. news, bro. Can someone tell me what? I looked at news. I don't look at news on this day. Oh, I didn't even read it, bro. I didn't see that. Low key, I didn't see that. I keep forgetting about 10 a.m. news, boy. I'm sorry, bro. I keep forgetting about 10 a.m. news, man. Alright, let's say you wait for 10 a.m. news. Then now pretend nothing happened. You wait for 10 a.m. news. We filled the 15-minute busy properly now. We are also filled the 5-minute busy now. We want to see the civvy getting disrespected, so let's wait for the civvy to get disrespected. Loki, I can see the civvy getting disrespected already. I'm waiting for a few more seconds. I want to see price try to go lower then go higher. Go lower, then go higher. Okay, there's going lower first. Like I said, I want to be bullish. I don't want to force any sells, but it's currently getting a bit late now. All right, wait for it. Go lower. I think my forming SMT then go higher. Okay, we forming an SMT now. Pretty good. It's 10-10 though, so don't even think about trading right now. Yeah, low key. Again, nothing that I can. I mean, shorts were pretty good after Sibi, but I want to be bullish again. So I forgot about 10 a.m. news though, boys. Low key, I forgot about 10 a.m. news. So I guess the shorts were pretty good, but again, I'm just bullish, bro. I'm just bullish, man. And I guess the macro again wants to not provide us with bullish price action, and then like after macro wants to do that. So I mean, it sucks, right? But let's just have something we have to deal with. Low key, pretty bearish day though. But yeah, I didn't. I forgot about 10 a.m. news. That's my fault. Longs were pretty valid, but 10 a.m. news, I forgot about it. So you have to wait for 10 a.m. news, especially if you have no manipulation. The days you want to wait for 10 a.m. is if there's no manipulation and we have nothing. It's like a buy and then sell. So yeah, another pretty midday. I just keep forgetting my news, bro. We're gonna end up with a good note though. We're gonna end up with a good note. I just don't like when I forget about news. Monday again. This should be good. We'll try to just speak quickly though. Monday, no news. Okay, let's check what the high time frame is doing. Again, we're probably bullish. Yep, we rebalanced again. Now we're bullish again. You can see look price eventually pumped higher during PM and after PM. So like actually not just right after PM. So yeah, and that's Asia London as well. Again, we're bullish. So now I don't see a reason why we shouldn't be bullish today. Like there's no, we're already rebalancing quite a lot as well. Let it move. We're dumping right now. Let's see where price is going. We took out that low. We took out all these lows. Okay, that's pretty good. Filled an hourly Bissy again. Now I'm pretty bearish now just because we thought the hourly Bissy there went higher. Why are we going there again? But we want to see what price does at this internal low. Internal low. All right, what do we see? 43, 44. We're respecting the civvy. 45. Dumped. I mean, after 45 doing that, I don't want to make the same mistake as last time. But shorts look pretty valid right now, though. I'm going to wait one more candle. I'm going to do this. Shorts look pretty valid, though. The way it just displaced beneath those internal lows, they look pretty valid. Low key, they do. But let's just wait. I want to be bullish again. Even though, I mean, yes, we filled the hourly busy properly now, and I want to see what price does there, low key. And also the 4 hours just rebalancing as well. So let's just wait what price does. I mean, we're not really displacing lower since we displaced past these internal lows. Let's see if PXL holds, doesn't hold. Look, we're doing the same thing as last time. See, with tail sweeping that low, it's just really, really, really manipulative. Yes, okay, right now we've got Stevie to suspect, but don't enter longs right now because we haven't got enough structure yet. It's not enough. It is not enough. Wait, just be patient. I think once we get displacement of these little wick highs, I'll probably get in. Okay, that's not displacement. Yeah, I'm waiting. That's not displacement again. That's also not displacement. We're not doing anything right now. Damn, bro, this day is horrible. To be honest, it looks pretty bearish right now, low key. Yeah, it looks pretty bearish. Yep. So look how they enter buys after this one little Stibby disrespect. But let's see what price does here now, because it can still hold. Yep, Stibby's all getting disrespected. We rebalance back inside the range. Now I would consider long just because we tried to manipulate one more time, nothing happened. Now ES is going higher. So the fact that we enter twice, the fact that we tried to go lower again and then disrespect completely, I think candle closure is important. Wait for that though. Oh, we've got a better entry anyways. Yeah, okay. So look, I'll explain this quickly one sec, but let me just add this there. So stop loss below there, and then I'm gonna target. Could target this little high here. Call it a day. All right, that's a nice 40 points. Yep, it'll probably go higher because it's only a reversal model. So it'll probably go higher. But I mean, if you want to be sophisticated with it, just use a fib and expecting that your stop loss is going to be protected. Just do that. And oh, perfect, align with the -2. That's so good. That's beautiful. All right, these longs are going to work, and I'm explaining what it should work. If it doesn't work, then I can't really explain why, but I think it should work. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, okay. Notice how I waited, I didn't enter there. I just want to trade with a high time frame. Let it move. It should go higher now. Let me do this. And pretty slow because it's a Monday, but I like the fib, so the -2 always gets hit, not gonna lie. The -2 always gets hit. Low key it does. Wow, that's a very strong rebalance though. Alright, let it manipulate again. Right, at this point, which taken so long, but it should hold eventually. This is just a very slow Monday. Oh my days, can you hit it, bro? There's no way it doesn't hit. I don't believe it. Damn, this is a choppy Monday. Low key, I wouldn't. My trade is still valid. I wouldn't close low key. I don't like closing in the middle of trades. I wouldn't break even either. I'm being serious. I always do this. But I don't know. It's a slow Monday. I mean, what I would do if I was you guys, just close somewhere in this range, or even close some prof. You don't want to sit through this. But I just want to see if my trade is valid, like my idea is valid. And so far it is. There's a reason why my stop loss didn't get taken out. I guess price wants to accumulate it within the trade, manipulate finally, if tap into the same PE array again, now it's going to go higher. Oh my days, just hit it, bro. Oh my days, the fact that it keeps edging it so many times is so disappointing, bro. Oh wow, it didn't hit. It actually didn't hit. Wow, anyways, the trade idea worked for some time. It didn't hit eventually, but it worked, right? You could have got some points. You could have caught like just some points, a good amount of points. 30 points was valid. But anyways, the reason why I like the long is because we tried to respect the sell side and respect, obviously we dumped. I want to see what price done at the Sibi. It disrespected it. Went back down again. I'm like, okay, if we're truly bearish, should this place lower? This next candle completely disrespected that idea and this one as well. Now from that I can tell this is like a nice manip. Back inside the range, displacement higher, and just target accordingly. Yeah? Well, good, yeah. Not taking shots at the street would be hard to take. I understand you guys why you would not take shots, especially off these dumps. Like I understand. But again, we need to understand why are we dumping? We have no reason to. Like we didn't take out this external high for you guys to short all the way to all these lows. We're in the bullish trend. I just think those shorts are so tempting. I understand, like it's so tempting to even try to think about shorts. But like just when you just need to recognize the conditions and where price is and where price wants to go. And that's how you guys get stopped out in these type of case scenarios because you don't understand the high time frame. Because even if the high time frame isn't moving your way, it eventually wants to go your way if you know you're correct. So like I promise you boys, if there was like an SMT with this high plus like a towel sweep, I would take short straight away and target this low. But the fact that we have nothing to work with, like no manipulation, nothing, you know these legs are going to stop eventually. It's not going to just keep dumping so much. We have to have some form of manip. We have had nothing. We're still stuck in the range. So what price is doing is just generating liquidity in a high time for us to go higher. And this is one of the reasons why you can clearly see bang displacement higher. So honestly, I targeted a bit too much, but I thought I would get hit, but low key, I don't know why I didn't. I guess it's a Monday. But you can clearly see price just wants to get rid of all the buyers and sellers in this range. But yeah, just don't try pattern trade these shorts, especially if the high time from the condition is bullish. Just don't try not to. Any questions? XM to XM, exactly, bro. Any questions for that day? Ugh. Just try not to penetrate it because it can be very, very convincing too. Like you need to be very, very careful. Especially, right? If we're truly bearish, this should have held and we should continue lower, eventually targeting more lows. But the fact that this candle eventually got completely disrespected, just signs to take buys. To fight out all the space from market open, city rebounds, another displacement, SMT, another rebounds, another displacement, FTS, SMT, and lows. We just have the cruise. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I got F some shortages to come off rebounds. Yeah, so you want to be very, very careful. Like, you need to understand where we came from. Like, what do we do up here for us to validate even more shorts? Like, you guys already missed. I understand you obviously missed it because I'm micro right waiting for it, but you already missed basically this much already. So what makes you think we're going to continue lower? If the root of the original movement isn't nice manipulation, don't expect price to continue more. You know, just be very, very careful. Uh, it's a valid loss though, but you just have to recognize conditions, right? All right, this is I think this is PPI. Yeah, and Powell speaks at 10 a.m. So I don't think I'll trade this low key. I don't like when Powell speaks. I've had horrible past when Powell speaks. PPI went crazy though. Let me just see if the macro looks good. I'm just gonna see if the macro looks good. To be honest, not that bad.